Greetings, this is the Insomniac GM, and I want to talk to you guys about challenge rating. So, in tabletop role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, you have challenge rating, and that determines the difficulty of the encounter for the players. Now, challenge rating can be useful for the game, but I feel like people are too focused on the challenge rating. I feel like if the players come to a town and they learn that there's a big scary dragon that lives on the top of the mountain and it's an ancient red dragon, it better be an ancient red dragon. Just because the players decide they want to bite more than they can handle doesn't mean you should nerf the combat just to spare them. You can give them the opportunity to escape, to learn. Um, I think it's much better to not be so strict on challenge rating, because if you have stronger creatures out there in the world, then it feels more realistic. An example, in my game, I had an aboleth, and my players were hired to go take down this aboleth. Well, they were only level 3, and they didn't have to rush into the aboleth, but they did. And they came up with a plan, and then they came up with a backup plan in case that failed, and a backup plan in case that failed. And their plan went well because they talked to the townsfolk, they talked to the sailors, they talked to past adventurers, and they learned as much about the aboleth as they could. So they came up with all these ways to combat it. And it was such a one-sided battle that my players questioned at first if I nerfed it or if aboleths are really that weak. And I told them no, that they did great as a team. They had a great plan, they worked great as a team, and I wasn't going to take their victory away from them. If they want to play smart, I encourage it, you know. And so now that they killed the aboleth, it may come back in the future, because aboleths go to the plane of water. Now, that's not the first time I've challenged my players in this way, but when you start challenging your players this way, it starts making them think outside the box. It stops becoming a case of, oh, well, this is a balanced encounter. I may go down, but we'll end up winning. It becomes a case of, oh god, if we make a wrong move, we could have a total party kill. How do we escape? Okay, we need to come in here with multiple plans. We gotta figure out what we're going up against. We're going up against a red dragon. We better find a sword for dragon slaying, Actually, in my game, my players are going up against a red dragon, so they went and actually got a sword, a dragon slayer sword, and they went on a mission for it. And you can build more stories off of not following challenge rating all the time. And keep in mind, I'm not telling you completely ignore challenge rating. I feel like you should take it more as a suggestion and go from there. Don't let it control your entire game, because it starts limiting how much your players feel challenged. And it starts starts limiting what's in your world. You know, once your players reach level, I don't know, 6, oh, well, now stone giants are in the world, and now you can run across them. No. But just make it feel natural. But one way, really quickly, I also handle it is my players may run across creatures that are way too powerful for them, and I give them warnings. I've had it where the players ran across a huge tarantula, and they caught it when it was feeding, so it wasn't hungry, but it was warning them. It had the legs up and that. I've had it where my players have seen activity of predators in the area by footprints or trackings, or they may even see it in the sky flying by and they just don't see it. You know, I've had it where the players were just traveling and they ran across a rock that just swooped down and snatched up a mammoth in front of them. You know, they weren't at risk, but they know, like, hey, we need to watch out. It makes the world feel more alive. And I know I'm repeating myself with this, so I'll end the video here. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. So take care.